Hi, my name is Jingwen, and I am going to be presenting on specific parts of the general plan for Huntington Beach. February 17, 1909, Huntington Beach was formerly an agriculture-based community, but is now home to a variety of employment opportunities in the tourism, industrial, professional office, and healthcare sector. The area of the city is 27.3 miles. You can find Huntington Beach on the northwestern portion of Orange County along the Pacific Ocean. The city is bounded by the Pacific Ocean to the southwest, Seal Beach to the northwest, Westminster to the north, the city of Fountain Valley to the northeast, and the Newport and Costa Mesa to the east. The population, as indicated in the general plan, was 193,189 in 2014, and a total of 78,175 total housing units. There was 81,013 jobs in the city at that time. According to the general plan, the current vision of Huntington Beach is that in 2040, the city of Huntington Beach is a desirable destination for all people to live, work, play, and visit. A healthy and safe, family-oriented community with flourishing schools and accessible community services for all ages, where natural resources are protected, while parks, open spaces, and the beach provide a variety of recreation opportunities. Development is guided to ensure responsible growth while preserving and enhancing our community character. The beach serves city culture and the environment. The community and its priority are resilient, withstanding the challenges posed by a changing coastline and economic base and shifting demographic. The city, in partnership with the community, is sustainable, considering the needs of future generations while protecting and its value today. For major development projects, according to Section 2 of the General Plan, the land use element, Huntington Beach has established goals to bring new local businesses into the city with a focus on startups and research and technology industry while maintaining a diverse economic base and strong support for tourism. One project Huntington Beach will continue to maintain and expand is its capital projects reserve for the repair and construction of city infrastructure. New infrastructure projects will be coordinated using a comprehensive system approach that balances serving existing community members and provides adequate capacity for future growth. The city will also continue to work with existing and future operators to update or expand existing overnight accommodation and visitor serving facilities and develop new accommodation and facility to meet future demands. To complement this strategy, the city will also continue to expand and enhance natural resources, open spaces, and recreation amenities to retain or improve its position among the top tourism destinations in Southern California. Land use describe 15 adopted specific plans. These plans have predominantly been used to focus on the characteristics unique to an area and customize the planning process and land use regulations and requirements to apply to that area of the city. Specific plans provide greater specificity for land use and infrastructure plans, design and development standard, and phasing implementation. Land use also identify a number of community sub-areas which are intended to supplement density intensity standards, use characteristics, and urban design goals and policy provided in this element beyond the guidance offered by the land use designations. Each community sub-area has been identified to further the economic goals and guiding principles of the city and to enhance areas where reinvestment or improvement are proposed during the life of the general plan. Here are the intersection enhancement sub-areas where there are opportunities to improve neighborhood gateways and commercial corridors within the planning area. The technology and innovation sub-areas where the research and technology designation provides a flexible platform for both industrial and commercial uses that do not fit into the city's historically commercial or industrial areas to spur employment growth. The Pacific Coast Highway Coastal Corridor sub-areas. These sub-areas intend to preserve and enhance the recreational character of the Pacific Coast Highway Coastal Corridor through the expansion of visitor-serving uses and maintenance of open spaces and recreational opportunities. The intent is to establish distinct commercial nodes, residential communities, and open spaces along its length. For housing, under the housing element, there are many programs to assist with homes. Under the goal existing housing quality and affordability, this program 6 is the mobile home park preservation, with the ultimate goal for preserving mobile home parks and facilitating communication between park owners and tenants by establishing the funding required to be made by the city council to remove the general plan mobile home park overlay rezoned from residential mobile home park or allowed a change in use. Under the provision of adequate size, Program 9 deals with ADU or an accessory dwelling unit. The objective to be reached by 2021 is to facilitate the provision of accessory dwelling units for seniors, caregivers, and other lower income households through dissemination of the city's educational brochure on accessory dwelling units and conduct focused education to the senior citizen community through the Huntington Beach Council on Aging, Rogers Seniors Center, and the Senior Outreach Center. Provision of affordable housing. Program 10, the Inclusionary Housing Program and Housing Trust Fund aim to integrate affordable units within market rate developments and generate in lieu fees in support of affordable housing by continuing implementation and re-evaluate ordinance to provide consistency with case law and market conditions established in lieu fee amount for projects between 10 to 30 units. Once moderate income RSNA is met, require at least half on-the-site inclusionary units for lower income households. Equal housing opportunities and spectacleness regarding homelessnesses. Program 19 Homeless Assistance aim to participate regional strategy to assist the homeless by continuing participation in regional committee for the continuum of care. Annually allocate funds to agencies serving the homeless and at-risk population. Maintain a city homeless coordinator to serve as the city point person on homelessness. transportation, according to Section 3 of the General Plan, circulation, Huntington Beach aims to remain diverse and efficient regarding mobility, as well as necessity to address concerns about air quality, greenhouse gas emissions, and for the accessibility of transportation option to all members of the community growth. Bike lanes in Huntington Beach, there are Class 1 bike paths, Class 2 bike lanes, and Class 3 bike routes. On the right of the screen is a map of the bikeway plan with proposed paths, lanes, and routes. To the circulation elements, complete streets are streets that accommodate all modes of travel in a convenient manner for all users. The city of Huntington Beach has built a vast majority of streets utilizing the complete street approach, and expanding the complete street effort would require retrofit or redesign of existing streets. VMT or vehicle mile traveled. It is used with measuring traffic flow. The city of Huntington Beach will utilize VMT while still maintaining the best possible traffic flow by assessing proposed development or reduce project impact to LOS, level of service, as a part of determining a project's consistency with the general plan. Providing additional transportation mode option could improve LOS for vehicle travel, while also decreasing VMT for single occupant vehicles. Regarding public transportation, in 2014, OCTA, Orange County Transportation Authority, operated 16 routes through the city. The number of lines and routes are adjusted as needed in response to ridership pattern. OCTA and Huntington Beach both operate demand response services. Provided local transit service and regional transit connections between the city and other areas of the country and region. OCTA provides a variety of transit services, including bus service, passenger rail, and mobility services for those with special needs. OCTA continues to develop new transit alternatives to improve regional mobility. And drive facilities allow commuters to park their personal vehicle at one location and utilize carpools, van pools, or commuter bus service. Environmental and conservation elements in the general plan for pedestrian and activity space. Huntington Beach had 4 types of parks. Mini parks, which is smaller than 2.5 acres and typically support passive recreational activities such as walking. Neighborhood parks between 2.5 and 10 acres and offer provide recreational opportunity to families with young children with playgrounds and structures, and many are located near a school. Their community parks 10 to 40 acres and are often centrally located to serve multiple neighborhoods. The facility provides a wide range of recreational opportunities for children and adults and offer a more diverse range of activities than neighborhood parks. Finally, there are regional parks larger than 40 acres, provide specialized recreational facilities such as equestrian areas and campsites. In addition to serving Huntington Beach community members, regional parks often attract visitors from everywhere. Recreation. Huntington Beach is home to a wide range of public recreational facilities and services, including indoor activities, baseball, softball, diamonds, tennis courts, swimming pools, handball courts, volleyball courts, horseshoe pits, basketball courts, disc golf courses, a skate park, Lexington Park, and other sports fields. One of the goals under environmental and conservation element is number 2, where diverse recreational and sports facility provide active and educational opportunities that meet the changing needs of residents and visitors of all ages. The policy include ensuring buildings, equipment, fields, and other recreation amenities are in full use and capable of accommodating changing program demands as well as enhance and expand accessible and affordable recreation program and sports facility. Providing new program and adaptive facilities that respond to changing community demographics and needs. Recreation designation under the open space and recreational designation provided for publicity are privately operated recreation facilities such as golf courses, as well as providing for supporting ancillary uses such as food stands, recreational equipment rentals, maintenance, equipment storage. Use change. There are 3 designations: preserve, where land use changes are not envisioned and are not necessary to implement the community vision. Preserve areas includes all established residential neighborhoods, most commercial, retail, and employment centers, many visitors serving commercial uses. Conserve areas which include open space and recreational areas that provide valuable natural habitat or parklands and support the community recreational and aestheticness. Finally, transform areas consist of underdeveloped or underutilized portions of the planning area where current developments might not adequately support future city goals. Environmental sustainability, the environmental resources and conservation element established goals and policy to protect and conserve Huntington Beach environmental resources, including open space and beaches, and address air quality and greenhouse gas GHG emissions, water quality, biological diversity, and mineral resources. Regarding air quality, goal number 4 under the environmental resources and conservation elements is air quality in Huntington Beach continue to improve through local actions and interagency cooperation. A few policy to enact that goal are the city cooperation with the South Coast Air Quality Management District and other regional, state, and national agencies to enforce air quality standards and improve their air quality, as well as minimizing exposed or sensitive land uses to toxic air contaminants by locating new pollutant sources away from sensitive uses and disproportionately affected communities. Listed goal is for greenhouse gas emission from activities occurring in Huntington Beach to be reduced to level consistent with state goals. The policy to ensure that goals success include by 2020, reducing community-wide greenhouse gas emissions to 15% below 2005 levels, as well as pursuing funding resources to develop and implement programs and projects identified in the greenhouse gas reduction program. In Huntington, the city has established a transportation demand management (TDM) ordinance to mitigate potential impacts from development projects on mobility, congestion, and air quality. The city uses ordinance requirements and policy in this element to encourage individuals and employers to change their travel behavior. Policies and implementation measures, including requiring employers and new development to provide appropriate transit and pedestrian facility, encouraging current businesses and new development projects to submit TDM plans, and encouraging the creation of guaranteed ride home and carpool program. The first goal of the circulation elements is to provide a highest level of safety, service, and resources through efficient transportation management. This will be done by monitoring the capacity of principal intersections. When principal intersections approach or have reached an acceptable level of service, consider elevating the priority of capital improvement program projects that reduce traffic congestion at these intersections and maintaining compliance with the OCTA congestion management program or any subsequent replacement program. Regarding urban forests, the city has many established trees, some of which form groves such as those in Central and Normal Gibbs parks. These trees provide nesting and roosting areas for both birds and butterflies, as well as perches for raptor species. The city has not developed a system to identify and protect trees and groves of biological value. Tree maintenance and utilities within the public right-of-way are often in conflict, leading to some trees not being replaced. Goal number 9 is that Huntington Beach tree and groves serve important biological function, including but not limited to nesting and roosting areas for both birds and butterfly and perches for raptor species. The policy to empower this goal is to identify, track, and protect trees and groves on public property that provide valuable habitat and maximize and maintain tree coverage on public lands and in open spaces. Regarding water, the city provides water to over 50,000 service connections. The Metropolitan Water District of Southern California and Municipal Water District of Orange County, MWDOC, provide water to Huntington Beach. Metropolitan principal sources of water are the Colorado River and the Lake Oroville watershed in Northern California. And this water is treated at the Robert B. Dimer filtration plant located north of Yorba Linda. The Orange County Water District OCWD manage the groundwater in the Orange County Basin and allocated a proportion of that groundwater for Huntington Beach. Orange County Water District groundwater replenishment system facility takes highly treated wastewater that would otherwise be discharged into the Pacific Ocean, further purify it and pump it into seawater barriers and groundwater recharge basins. Goal number 17 is to enhance and protect water quality of all natural water bodies, including rivers, creeks, harbor, wetlands, and the ocean. Some policy to achieve this goal will be to require that new development projects incorporate low impact development best management practices, such as infiltration, harvest and reuse, and biotreatment. Prioritize investment in green stormwater infrastructure that restore natural landscape before employing other management solution, and reduce pollutant runoff from new development to marine biological resources and wetlands by requiring the use of the most effective best management practices currently available. Regarding noise pollution, noise reduction strategy include noise control ordinances, which authorize the city to regulate noise at its source, protect noise-sensitive land uses, and establish exterior and interior noise standards for residential properties. State noise standards, which established acoustical regulation for both exterior to interior sound insulation and sound and impact isolation between adjacent spaces of various occupied units.